And from this semester, the topic selected from paper 6, and the name of paper is Applied Zoology. From Applied Zoology, we are starting unit number 7, poultry farming, which consists following points. First point, principle of poultry breeding. Second point, types of poultry breeds, which includes broilers and layers. Next point is management of poultry farming, in which feeding management, shelter management, disease management. So these are the different points included in management, feeding and shelter. Next point is the processing and preservation of eggs. And last point is backyard poultry farming. With respect to these points, we are studying this poultry farming. Today's lecture is for just introduction about the poultry farming. Now first see what is applied zoology. Applied zoology is a discipline in which we are using our existing scientific knowledge to develop more practical applications. Means we are taking a theoretical knowledge and that knowledge are using for a practical purpose. For example, there are different branches of applied zoology such as sericulture, apiculture, piggery, fishery, dairy, goat farming and poultry farming. So these are the different sub-branches of applied zoology. In sericulture, we are rearing the silkworm for the production of silk. In apiculture, we are rearing honeybees for the production of honeys. In a dairy farming, we are using cattle for the production of milk. Similarly, goat farming. And this today's topic is a poultry farming. Now what is a poultry farming? Poultry farming is a branch of animal husbandry which raises the domestication of birds such as chickens, ducks, turkeys, geese to produce meat and eggs. To produce meat and eggs for developing or for improving our economy or our employment. So poultry farming is a branch of animal husbandry which raises domestication of birds such as chickens, ducks, turkey, geese to produce meat and egg as a food or for a food. Now see, in Maharashtra or in our region, the chickens are mostly reared. There is a less practice of ducks, turkey and geese. Mostly chickens are used in a poultry farming. And in some areas there is also emu bird. Emu farming is also done in some areas of Maharashtra. But chickens are most preferably used in a poultry farming. Now, what are the economic importance or benefits of poultry farming? See, poultry farming playing important role in a rural economy. In villages, it is the most profitable business people are doing. As the poultry has or a meat or chicken has a more nutritional value, most of the people are eating chicken as a food, eggs as a food, and this meat of chicken or chicken meat is less expensive as compared to the goat. So it is a beneficial or it has a high nutritional value. Now second importance is that it required less capital. It required less capital, means it requires less investment. Next point is no need of big space. Means if we are starting as a small scale business, it does not require a large space. But if we are starting as a commercial, it requires big space. Now high returns, next point is a high return in short time. Means see the hens starting laying egg within a 21 weeks. So after hatching up to 21 week, we started our economy. So it is a short time business or high returns obtained in short time. Now egg and chicken has a huge global demand. It has a huge global demand as a millions of people eating chicken and eggs. Marketing also easy for a poultry, and banks giving loans, easy availability of loans for the poultry business. Loans as well as subsidies are given by government for this self-employment, and it gives income and employment opportunities. So these are the economic importance of poultry farming, such as a less capital, means less investment, less space, high return in short time, huge global demand, easy marketing, easy bank loans, and income and employment opportunities. So these are the benefits of poultry farming. Now principles of poultry breeding. We must know why we are breeding the poultry birds. So breeding should be purposive. Purposive means a particular purpose is essential. For example, when we are doing any practical experiment, we have particular aim in such a way that while poultry farming, we must have a particular purpose. For example, for production of meat, or for production of eggs, or for a dual purpose. For which purpose we are farming poultry birds or we are breeding poultry birds, we must know. So breeders must know the purpose and the standard to which birds are breeding. Now standard means it may be for the size, weight, egg production, meat quality, or a combination of these factors. Combination of these factors means dual purpose, for the production of meat as well as for production of eggs. There are birds which are used for a dual purpose also. Now second point, while breeding should done from parents which confirms as close as possible to required standard, and breeders should know method of selection and mating. So these are the different principles of poultry breeding. Now classification of poultry breeds. These classification done according to the regions where they found or their locality or native. So American class, Mediterranean class, English class, Asiatic class. So here are the some birds which are from American class. This New Hampshire, White Plymouth Rock, Rhode Island Red, Wyandotte. These birds are from American class. Now Mediterranean class. These are Leghorn, which is white in color having a red color comb. Then Minorca, this is a totally black colored bird, and Ancona. These are the birds from Mediterranean class. They are light bodied and well developed for high egg production. Then English class. Astrolabe, Sussex, or Picton. These are the varieties or these are the breeds come in English class. And Asiatic class. They are large bodied birds with heavy bones, feathers, shank, and they are poor layers. Layers and broilers, these are difference I will tell you in next point. Indian breeds, Asil, that is fighting purpose birds, and Kadaknath. These are the two Indian breeds. Now, next point is types of poultry breeds, broilers and layers. Broilers and layers. There are hundreds of highly producing poultry birds available around the world, out of which some are egg producing, or some are famous for egg production. Some are famous for meat production, and some of them are used for both meat and egg production. Meat and egg production. So, according to their productivity, these are classified into three types. Meat producing poultry breeds, that is broilers. The birds which are used for the production of meat are called broilers. The birds which are used for the egg production are called layers, and the birds or the breeds which are used for dual purpose, such as for production of meat as well as egg, such a birds called dual purpose poultry breeds. Now see broilers, meat producing poultry breeds. Their meat becomes very soft and tasty. Broilers weigh about 2 to 2.5 kg within the 7 to 8 week of age, and they are consuming approximately 4 kg of food. Within 8 weeks of their age, they become suitable for marketing. And here are some examples of the broilers: New Hampshire, Kadaknath, Highland, German Langshan, Jersey Giant, Vanaraja, Giriraja, Gramapriya. So these are the different examples of broilers. Next, egg producing poultry breeds. The egg producing poultry breeds are known as the layers or layer chicken. Now, the layers start laying eggs within the 5 to 6 months of age, and they continuously lay about 275 to 300 eggs per year, and some of the certain strains which lay 330 eggs per year. Now, some of the examples of layers: Leghorn, Minorca, Ancova, Sussex. So these are the different examples of layers. And next type is a dual purpose poultry breeds, in which these birds are used for both meat and egg production. It includes New Hampshire, Astrolabe, Rhode Island Red, Plymouth. So these are the different examples and the classification of breeds according to the purpose. Purpose such as a meat, egg and dual purpose. So these are the three types. And